Uh, Here's are the things I recommend. First, I have a save here near the end of the game. So this one is going to be for the final bosses. And the final bosses start with the Isaac second Sunlock. Where it wants to do that Isaac attack, then we'll go into this combo. This. But we also have to load. If we go too fast, we will regard the attack. If we go too slow, we will trigger the attack. If we go extra too slow, he'll come into trouble. Also, if he does that, he is completely invincible during that, and he will guarantee the things can go from him. But as long as he's gotten the phone for low enough HP, he'll just swing him back, something like that. And we can mostly ignore the black effect, but we do have to keep an eye on our and double part matches. Because it will get upset. Then we're going to switch our weapon to the Warhammer. And we're going to get our level up in the hot fight. I got a very fast fight, so he didn't even get to use it. Big move. If he does, just stand here, press forward to the drum. There's a save room right here that will fill in the heal. And unfortunately, there's nuts when we have another save. Well, fortunately, and it's
impossible. Go.
Okay, that makes it totally stupid. Don't just ring the top. If that wouldn't happen, I probably would have started this dumbass.
Impossible.
I dropped it because it's and that didn't work.
Power of darkness!
Warhammer is pretty good. But we have the purple one with the jump rope, upwind. Last one this movie is not bad. Other than 50%, that means grab food. Don't get wrapped. This is okay. I prefer my not to be right now. Are those the final bosses? The next thing. So this once we get into the Infinite Corridor. We get into this room specifically, there are 3 places we want to go forward. Here's the first one live. He'll come back up here. Unfortunately, your dog now. And when you're going through these hallways, you always want to take this door. Because if you go the other way, you have to type in the screen to get through the hall. Whereas this one can walk. Control up. If you had enough money to buy a Death Doll, and still have it because of this money, and easy to get.
Holy power!
There's no instant
Holy
fire.
power!
control system is extremely off, perfect argument that I need to add is justify that switch. Because what I want to have him do is create the guard like that. Because if he does that, then he has enough to put that blow back on himself, and he doesn't take any form of knockback from that up. So I'm kind of just waiting for him to and I switched to a rapier because the rapier feels faster. Because if you can breaking the attack like that, he usually doesn't get it. They can usually get an attack after. Saint Germain is another boss we have to unlock for. I also have the mage summons, just for when any time stop. Fight. And we just want to get an alternation of these two combos. Always alternate. Then you now can see that I have below 50% HP. Once you get below 50%, you can press the time advance. But I want to keep the license to do that until after you use the time first. So as long as I get there. Sometimes with therapy helps you out according to the behalf. And this is what I was talking about.
Here we go!
Okay, in the way. Work. We're gonna need that field to field.
today? What will that anything? Will that anything? Will that thank you? Will that do? Will that do? Thank you. Will that thank you? Will that anything? Will that thank you? Will that anything else? Will that do? Thank you. Will that anything else? Will that anything else? Will that thank you? Will that thank you? Will that do it? Thank you. Will that do anything else? Will that thank you? Will that thank you? Will that thank you?
If you're selling materials, you want to have these things left. The aluminum, steel, ancient memory, which you need two of, calcite, double iron, white steel, again you need two of, indigo steel, Damascus steel, and the aluminum. You only need one, but in my case it's actually better to keep two for this file.
Thanks as always. What will it be today? Will that thank you? Will that thank you?
Anti-explosion, high-explosion.
Will that anything else? Will that thank you?
Yeah, magic stick,
Will that anything else?
dust ball,
Will that
two
anything
short
else?
swords,
Will that do it? Thank you.
one gunner,
Will that
and
thank
anything
you? Thanks
punching.
as always. Take care.
And then we warp that to Cordova Town. And this hallway only dangerous for our mission dog. So you get your ether right there, and this is slower, but if you forgot to get the master steel, they're playing this jet. Also, my golem currently has 65 Evo crystals. It needs 70 to evolve. I want to make sure it has the threshold 54 to evolve. And you need to have the 100 chain back while the golem summons in order to do that. I currently have 113, I don't know how many of those were before I had this evolved to a golem. You can also alright. Next thing. And now Margot will form display, but whatever. I'd say it's bad because I need to have to grind Evo crystals if I were continuing from here. Unfortunately, the morning sun just ends up being better. Everyone gets fine. Okay, he can kill us once or twice. Ideally, you'll kill the card first. and I can't just assume they're not going to the second screen. So I actually have to assume it's going to the second screen. Every screen is in the pattern screen. You will always see two screens at this point. I'm not fun with playing. Okay, he's targeting the unison though. So, unfortunately, that means I have to come back, so we'll start targeting Hector again. Get the double island. You're getting attacked just for having double summon. So we just want to keep it out. We do have to get another time. Alright. The last boss practice I'm going to go over. It's going to be Skeleton Diver. So for Skeleton Diver, it means you're going to circle around the platform. And I want to get as many hits as possible. Hopefully, as many double hits as possible before. When you do that, I want to do a one-hit combo like that, and then push my weapon speed. Now, ideally, I can just stay behind him and keep him. Done. Like fortunately, also the first hit on one. If you notice in the last at the end of the game, there was a bot. That's because I think trying to get to a quarter HP, you can no longer get to it while it's in the back. So the main thing that will do at that point is 5 ranking, like this. You do not need to get shield of this boss at all, because that shield of food is nice and good earlier, but you can't. So even if you don't have time, you are very good. because we're warping back to the save room. Ideally, you go more straight so you don't have a chance to run into the wall. I do not care at all about the bird. Because I'm going to heal before I need to leave. Hard to get rid of them. Ideally, you get some maybe a steel layer, be able to combine your blade, and you just continue this way, do that. And I do have one more thing. It doesn't matter what file I load. All of my files are after. So when you first enter the alphabet, there are some required to fight things in here. And so you have the proper weapon system to here. Here because these are crystals. Here is once you get here, there's a gunnery seat in this room where you're supposed to shoot down the tower to form a bridge across the gap. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go over here, here comes there, and gain a bridge across the gap. There's a saving right here for Stolen Hearts, or HP. So, I believe those are going to be the main things I would have wrapped this for.